It could be a scene from Vietnam, or maybe El Salvador. People dressed in camouflage fatigues, creeping through the bushes and shooting at each other. But the guns here are not real, and this is only a game. The first appearance in Kentucky of a new fad called the National Survival Game. The folks at Cantwell's Grocery near Grafenberg are beginning to get used to this sight. A bunch of otherwise normal-looking people in the parking lot on weekend mornings, struggling into fatigues and daubing their faces with grease paint. Once in the nearby woods, the beginners get a short course in how to handle their weapons.
This is a CO2 cartridge, and that's what charges the gun. The gun you get will already be loaded, so you don't have to worry about that. Now the tape is on the ring here, because if this ring gets hit, it can release your CO2. And if it does, you're in trouble. You got to put a new one in there, and somebody can shoot you while you're doing it.
The guns themselves are relatively harmless. They shoot marble-sized paint pellets, designed originally for marking cattle or timber. The pellets can sting, though, and safety goggles are mandatory. The survival game was invented several years ago in New Hampshire and has spread to a number of other states. It's being brought to Kentucky by the Cornett brothers of Midway.
I read about it in Life magazine, Time magazine, saw it on a couple of news things over the last year, and it really fascinated me. And I was up visiting my in-laws in Connecticut 2 months ago, and they had a game close by us there. And we played, and I've never had more fun in my life. I've always been into competitive sports, but there's nothing to compare with this. It's just so intense, great stress release. I'd rather do this than almost anything I can think of.
This particular game drew about 24 people of both sexes and a wide range of occupations. Lawyers, accountants, real estate salesmen, even a random TV reporter. Some had hunted, only a few had any military experience. And though this may not be everyone's cup of tea, those who tried it loved it.
It was really neat. It was fantasy, you know. Go out in the woods, something that I've always wanted to do, play Army.
I can't really describe how the fear of not being able to get hit, but to be able to see somebody and afraid that they're right behind that tree or just around that bush, and then when that sound goes off, just your heart almost stops for a second, and then you got to find out where did it come from, you know, where are they, and then try to shoot them before I get shot myself. So it's a really intense feeling.
The actual play of the game resembles the children's game of Capture the Flag. 2 teams, each defending their own flag, while trying to steal one from their opponents. And in between, all sorts of opportunities for stalking, ambushing, and rousing heroics. There may be those who ascribe some deep sociological significance to the survival game craze, but for these participants, it's just another sport. Being children again, perhaps, but playing children's games with more expensive toys. With photographer Bob Shepard, Wayne Bowman, News Center 27 in Franklin County.